Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Guys, we got a beer mouth package in from Zach Nichols. He is the owner, brewer at Cellar West Brewing. Had a dream and followed it through and started his own thing, I think back in 2016, and moved to a little bit bigger place down the road in 2018, and I think they are well on their way becoming somebody we're going to be talking about. We shall see. I've not had anything. And he sends a note with it, says, "Hey Greg, Zach here at Cellar West," and it's either Lafayette or Lafayette. I mean, it depends on how people pronounce that word. Colorado. I've been occasionally watching your beer videos since he got into craft beer 15 years ago. Figured I'd send some beers your way. Hope you enjoy. Zach. So, yes, Jack, I do appreciate it. He sent me 3 different ones. Guys sent me 2 each of the 3. He sent me a 6-pack here. So, we got 3 different ones to try, and I got one to have on the side. So, I would probably prefer 6 different ones, so y'all all would have got the experience of 6 different brews, but beggars can't be choosers, so I appreciate everything he sent. I'm sure they're going to be tasty. This is just another example of somebody getting into home brewing and following it through and end up becoming your livelihood. You become so involved that you want to do this as a profession for yourself and not somebody else. So a lot of people have to start and go with somebody else so they learn everything, and even doing home then doing commercial is a big step, and then doing it for yourself even. So I applaud anybody that takes that chance and wish them all success, especially if you're making good beers. Alright guys, these guys like I said, Lafayette or Lafayette, Colorado, over to Untapped. Beer Advocate doesn't have it listed. It has the brewery and some of their beers. They don't have this particular one. This is Unfed Mind, Volume 1 Pale Ale. And on the little can this frog-like dude is holding, it's got Simcoe and HBC 630 on the head of the beer there, it looks like, and little hop cones on the side of the glass. Very nice picture, very nice. Cellar West, it is said the unfed mind devours itself. Therefore, we strive to feed our curiosity with an evolving exploration of the world's most unusual new hop varietals, pairing classic standby hops with modern experimental strains on a lean West Coast pale ale base allows us to better know these cutting-edge newcomers. Volume 1 blend Simcoe with HBC 630 for notes of sticky pine and Marionberry. I don't think I've ever had a Marionberry, so it must be a Colorado thing, I don't know. Cellar West Artisan Ales. Alright, got their address there. Keep cold, enjoy fresh. 5.9% alcohol by volume written on the side of the label here. I don't see a date stamp or any kind of thing on there, so I don't know. I guess Zach doesn't have a machine. I haven't looked at the bottom of any of the cans, guys. That's the first time I flipped it over. So it is what it is. Hopefully it's fresh. It comes straight from the brewery. But need to, I mean, if he's selling everything out the door and all that, he does can it. And I went and looked, and it looks like they have a few beers on tap, and they've got even more that they've canned, I guess, previous stuff that they don't have kegs left, that are still available. So it looks like a nice place. So we're going to find out how tasty this pale ale is with the Simcoe and the HBC hops. So pretty clear. A little swirly swirl, maybe that'll kick the carbonation up a little bit. Alright, almost got it all in there. Not quite. Not quite a finger of head. Very nice. That's about what you want to get when you're paying for a pour somewhere. Fill it up. I don't want 3 fingers ahead. One will do. Maybe a little less than one. But looks good, guys. It definitely looks like a tasty pale ale. That's what they look like. To the nose we go. Citrusy. Oranges. A little bit of pine. I'm getting some nectarines, maybe tangerines. Maybe a peach. That's pretty good for a pale ale. It's got a very pleasant hop aroma. Rivals an IPA. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Zach, and everybody at Cellar West. Tasty. Very pleasant. Very lightweight, very smooth. A little bit of citrusy notes. Not off the chain in the hops on the taste, but it's a pale ale, not an IPA. So I think this would be an excellent transitional beer to get somebody off of a macro beer into something with just a little more hop presence and maybe a little more taste than a lager is going to provide, other than the gassy, grainy, malty taste, where the pale is not quite as malt forward and just a little bit more hop forward, where the lagers are the other way around. They're a little more maltier than the ales are going to be, the pale ales, and especially IPAs, with the IBUs being lower on a pale usually than an IPA is going to be. So very nicely done, very tasty. Like I said, I think it would be an excellent transitional beer. I don't think it's got quite to the world class in a pale ale, but I think it's very nicely done. Made using pure snow melt from nearby peaks. Mashed by hand and fire brewed in small batches. So this is not a big place, guys. This is a guy following his dream, and he's just getting his foot through the door and stepping through into the big wide world. Hopefully, he's been doing this in this facility, I think it says, since 2018. So he's been there about 5 years now. So coming up on 5 years. So he may be ready to get in something even bigger than that, or expand where he's at. I don't know what kind of distribution he has, or if everything's done from the brewery. He didn't give me any of that information, guys. So with that being said, 16-ounce can. Can't beat that. Let's go sip on it. Alright, guys, I'm back. Nice flaking left on the glass. Super tasty beer, guys. Very enjoyable. Super smooth, easy drinking. Again, I think it would be a great transitional beer. So, final chug. Wonderful hop aroma for a pale ale. Wow, tasty. Nice job, Zach. That's a tasty beer. The only criticism I can have is not about the beer. It's the package, not having a date on it. That's the only thing I can fuss about. Other than that, super tasty beer, worthy of picking up and giving it a try. Especially if you want to get from a macro or something else into something with a little more hop presence. So Very nicely done. Guys, like I said, Beer Advocate didn't have a grade on it, and only 8 people so far have commented on it. So I don't know how old the beer is, not having a date, or it's just so new. Nobody is, not enough people anyway, because I think they need 10, both of them. They're owned by the same people. It's all the same show. It's just the Untapped is the newer version with the app and all that stuff. So we shall see. Nobody has put it over on Beer Advocate yet, so maybe that'll happen pretty soon. But anyway, again, I don't know how big the distribution is on their beer. So with that being said, guys, I think it's worthy. It would probably get a little bit better grade than I'm going to give it, but I do think it's into the A category. I'm going to give it a 90. I would probably give it a better grade than that if it had a canned on date. And again, I don't think the other two do. I haven't noticed, I haven't looked, but we shall see, because those two are going to be the next 2 in line. So guys, if you've had Unfed Mine Volume 1 from Cellar West Artisan Ales, let me know what you think. I enjoyed it. So till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.